front. Him and his other buddy, they had that concrete, whatever, before they busted him too. This guy I used to work with, his father was the one loading the trucks.
That's what I want to know. Who was Johnny Canales? Who is
He's
he?
supposed to have been the first Hispanic Mexican guy that promoted Tejano and went on TV. He was the guy that was supposed to bring up Tejano from here and put it here.
Tejano 103.
He was the
Oh,
guy.
is that a radio station?
When he was young.
In Pearsall?
No, Corpus Christi, Texas. What Christian?
Corpus Christi.
Come on, man, get it right. What do you think Corpus Christi stands for?
Wait, did he move from Corpus to San Antonio?
Or vice versa.
Okay.
Or from the valley that way, then that way, and then back that way. Yep. He's the man. When they hit them all, man, they hit them all.
So how did we go from Lalo Trevino to
Right.
Johnny
How did we get from
Canales?
Lalo to Johnny
I haven't quite made that tie
They
yet.
were saying he was mayor, man. He was the guy, you know.
Nobody connects the dots like John does.
Right.
They're all related, man. Come on, man. The Tejano, the Tejano superstars. That's what Lalo was.
Like the
He
syndicate.
was so good that you'd say, hey, man, where's the guy? Oh, he's at his house. He just recorded it. Now he plays it. Hey, records it on and puts it in. And you're like, what?
John does the same thing that my wife accuses me of all the time. Ponging. You're ponging again. You start a story with, you start maybe even a sentence on
Start
one
on the
subject.
left, you end up on the right.
She's like, you're like pong. It's like start slow, pong, 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 but all of a sudden you're pong, 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 pong. I can't keep up.
You gotta stay with it, man.
That's a new one, yeah.
What's in
I
that fuel?
remember
You
that.
see refuel?
Johnny's the king of the pongers, yeah.
I've never heard that either, but it's perfect. Do I ever pong?
Yes.
I knew that's what you were thinking.
You gotta stay with the story, man. You gotta stay with it, man. You gotta stay with it. It's like a stepping stone. You gotta stay with it, man.
So tell them why things became a Big Red story. What's a Big Red story?
So a Big Red story is one that goes on forever. A Todd story, basically. So when we used to have our meetings, we had a big corporate meeting in Denver, and Todd would always bring gum and a bunch of different kinds of gum, just throw them out on the table. And we had a meeting going on, and our director, just out of the blue, asked Todd, what kind of gum do you chew? And I'm sitting behind Todd, and so Todd says, well, I don't normally chew gum, I do this and I smoke, so sometimes it helps, yada, 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 yada. And I started laughing. I'm sitting behind him. I
like Wrigley's,
I like Wrigley's, like Spearmint, and he's explaining what each one is with circles and arrows. And then,
Give you the history.
yeah, I keep laughing, and I started laughing louder, and finally he stops and he turns around and he said, I could have just said Big Red, huh?
That was the answer to the question.
That was the answer to the
Red.
question, but when I chew gum, it's
20
Big
minutes
Red.
later,